Hi, Sushmita. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
Yeah, doing well. Thank you.
I'd love for you to give a brief introduction about yourself and like a little overview of your company.
Okay. So, I'm Chinmay Hegde, uh, CEO and Managing Director of Astricos AI. So, Astricos AI is a brand which is existing in the market in India, Middle East, and Southeast Asia for last 7 years. So, we have been in the infrastructure artificial intelligence, which is mainly spanning across smart cities, smart data centers, smart campuses, all of them where the platform's goal is actually to take data from infrastructural elements such as power, water, surveillance data, or it could be for environmental management and all of them, and give the futuristic analytics, predictions, and all of them, uh, you know, to the infrastructure administrators, where it can fit into a good framework of changing the operational parameters and bring more and more efficiency in operation, and
Right.
also bring in the sustainability goals and make them meet, as well as setting up an objective of power conservation, resources conservation such as water conservation, and various such kind of analogies where it actually turns the entire operation from the reactive to the proactive approach.
Right. That's a great
That's
initiative. Sorry for cutting you.
that's the introduction in a nutshell.
Right. So, since you already had this company, successful company running in India, what inspired you to take your operations global?
Okay, so the thing is, we have been doing this in India and also some part of Southeast Asia and Middle East for since 2017-18. Okay, so that's when we got incorporated in India, and we were delivering from India to these customers. And especially this requirement, of course, it is there in the developing nations. At the same time, even in the developed nations like Americas or European countries, where there have been said to be some of the smart infrastructures have been commissioned, but still there is a good amount of lacuna in the infrastructure management, infrastructure operation.
Right.
So we had certain opportunities in the Americas uh, where we wanted to get into, and then we wanted to, had some channel partners earlier doing the indirect business there, but we wanted to directly get over there and then establish our foothold. And we are already partnered with good global giants like Dell, Intel, Schneider, and all of them.
Oh,
So it was out of their demand also that we have to have the presence of them. That
right.
was the necessity which came into the picture.
Right. So far you've had your company incorporated, and in this time, what benefits or have you experienced of having your company there, or what has been your overall experience of having your own presence in the US?
It was quite swift, right? If I have to put it in one liner, it was quite swift,
Right.
and not much of personal intervention or involvement was necessary apart from just providing the initial documents. And Juris consultants have helped us out very well in this. Actually, this was quite swift, and there was a personal attention, like, because of course there have been delays only from our side in order to provide the documents, but whenever we provided, immediately we had the result coming out, and also good follow up from the consultant who was involved in this entire process. And incorporation was just like, in a jiffy it was done. That's
Right.
the way.
With your company in the US, are there any challenges that you faced?
Actually, we thought, we estimated that we may face challenge in getting the name approval. Okay, so
Okay.
we had asked, for Astricos Incorporation and Astricos AI Incorporation as options, but fortunately, we got Astricos Incorporation. Right, so
Great.
straight away, so we got the name what we wanted.
Right. So, in the Indian market also you have quite some experience, and now that you're in the US market, do you see any difference, like how the US market has been responding to you? A lot of people are skeptical about incorporating because they are not sure if they'll be able to succeed, if they're able to be if they're able to grow, or maybe they're skeptical about um, trying to, reaching out in a different geography. So how has your experience been with your clients there and in the US market?
See, the US market, especially, it is like, maybe I can talk about the area that we are doing the business in.
Right.
We have good prospects, we have good potentials, and we had already the demand. So we don't face any issues out there at this moment, right? So, and also our partners took us there because they had the demand, and so far so good, if I have to tell you. And also mostly the thing is, actually the market always is sensitive to the respective repetitive business or repetitive ideas, where there are a lot of people who are there to cater to, or they are suppliers or service providers who are.
Right.
But there are certain areas, like we are in artificial intelligence, machine learning.
Right.
These kind of areas, it is not easy to have a good player, proven technology, right? If your technology is proven, if you have a unique proposition, then definitely you have the play. Obviously, you definitely have the market for you.
Right.
There is not much of a challenge in that. Yes, of course, you have to work towards garnering the clientele and convincing the customers on. And also, you are proven somewhere else doesn't mean that the new customer you are talking will just like that buy it. Right? You have to prove and convince them.
True.
So that effort, which is part and parcel of the game, right? So in every business. So that's quite regular and natural.
How has your experience been with Juris Consultants?
I already expressed that, and of course now, Juris has been delivering goods for us, no doubts. It's a very good experience so far, right? So we have, of course, Ritu personally involved in checking that, as well as Rijo, who is working with us very closely.
Yes.
I want to mention the names and tell that.
You should.
Yes, we are getting a good service, in fact, right? So, so far it's going quite smooth.
So, while we wrap it up in a nutshell, I would love to ask you, there are a lot of people who are currently in two minds about it. It takes a lot of contemplation to make a decision like this, because naturally it's an investment that you're making in yourself. So
yeah.
I would love to have your 2 cents about, or some advice for these people who are in two minds, and how maybe you could provide some insight into how they can make a decision, or some advice that you wish somebody told you that you would only know through experience, right?
Yeah. So it's more of like, you mean to say that it is mainly for the Indian companies who want to incorporate in USA?
Exactly, yes.
Right? See, the thing is, I'll give you a very, business like simple mathematics. Right? In India, let us say that you are creating something by spending or investing 50 rupees and selling it 75 rupees. Same thing in US, you can sell it $75. But cost of making it is, of course, because since if you are a company who is rooted and based in India, and you will not lose that, creation in India concept, you can create in India and then sell in US, right? Maybe whatever the additional expenditure related to that in US could be mainly, business development, branding, marketing, right? These kind of things. In US, it is must. It is needed, right?
True.
So the thing is, word of mouth kind of a thing is little less in US, because they will only look at how are you branding yourself and how are you proving yourself in the respective, the convincing act of sales,
right?
As well as how are you, in fact, positioning your solution before the customer. So this is what matters there. But the thing is cost. Yes, see, India is very cost sensitive market, but US, they don't hesitate to pay the cost if they want to get something of quality, right? So that is where, if you are making in India and selling in US, it's really a good market.
Great, great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time, Chinmay.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Sushmita.
Thank you.
So great talking to you.
Right, likewise.